My name is Gawdat Bahgat, professor here at NISA. I work on the Gulf, on North Africa, Egypt, energy security, and weapons of mass destruction.
Okay, good. And these questions are going to be focusing on the new kind of government in Palestine and the kind of ramifications of that. So first question, will the new government see real cooperation between Hamas and Fatah?
Time will tell. There had been some agreements before they agreed to work together. Then they could not keep the promises they made, and eventually things did not go as well as they were hoping. This time maybe it is different for different reasons, but probably I would say 50% it might work and 50% it might not.
Okay, can I follow up on that? If it doesn't work, what will become the situation? Will we be back to the status quo, or?
Probably there is more optimism this time. The reason because for more than a year Abu Mazen, Mahmoud Abbas tried very hard to reach agreement with Israel. Our Secretary of State, John Kerry, invested huge time and efforts to get the two parties to agree, and with all good intentions, with all the resources, the three parties, United States, the Palestinian Authority, and Israel, agreement was not reached. So Abu Mazen decided the other option is to go back to Hamas and consolidate efforts between the Palestinian Authority and Hamas. This is why the expectations this time are higher.
Okay, very good. And there's been some international recognition kind of in the past 2 weeks with the United States and France, and I think the UK has kind of been going in. Will this international report kind of transmit into real support, maybe aren't like money, munitions, food supplies, that type of stuff, or will it be kind of remain the same right now?
Yeah, I believe the international community in general, including, as you said, United States, European powers, have decided to deal with the new Palestinian government. And from American perspective, as far as I understand, the Obama administration's policy is we deal with whoever the people choose. And the Palestinians, for a long time, we criticized them because they were not united. Hamas, one voice, Abu Mazen, different voice. Now they are trying to work together, and we, the Americans, the West, the international community, decided it is not up to us to decide who represent the Palestinians. The Palestinians spoke, and they chose Hamas and Fatah, and they are working together now. So maybe on the positive side, there will be a stronger Palestinian government who can speak for the entire Palestinian people.
Okay. And so what's the effect for Israel? What's the effect in the current situation? Will this have real change in the conflict that's been happening? Will we see less terrorist attacks? Will we see Israel crack down? What do you think the next couple of years are going to show for this interesting conflict?
For Israel, to a great extent, Israel has succeeded in minimizing, reducing terrorist attacks. So in Israel, basically there are two approaches. One approach is that we cannot talk to Hamas, they are a terrorist organization, we should not have any dialogue with them, and now Hamas is part of the Palestinian government. So as we speak today, the Israeli position is we cannot do business with the new Palestinian government. Other people in Israel believe that now we have a real partner. Abbas, his term expired long time ago, and there were questions about his legitimacy. Now, more or less, the Palestinian government represents all the Palestinians. So my guess, the rational voice will prevail, and at one point, Israel will follow United States, Europe, and agrees to talk to the Palestinian government.
Okay, very good. Can I ask one follow-up on that?
Please.
Will we see the end of the Likud party and then Netanyahu being the prime minister? Because he proposed 1,500 more settlements in the last week. Will we see kind of a backlash from the Israelis against that? Will we see a new party come in? Or do you see how that's going to shake down? Or will they change their policy? What do you think?
And it's very hard to predict changes in Israel because Prime Minister Netanyahu is very much approaching. He will become the longest serving prime minister in Israeli history, so he knows how to run and how to win. So I believe, again, it's hard to say what might happen, but Israel is democracy and the people choose, and generally speaking, rightist parties, religious parties in Israel are winning. So I definitely would predict that Prime Minister Netanyahu is likely to keep playing active role in Israeli policy and on the international scene.
Okay, thank you.